And welcome back, everyone, to Velocity Volume 3 in support of the Movember Foundation. One donation I quickly missed before the end of Krep's run from was $25 from Fanaticist and says, Water that doesn't reset you is cheating, Kappa. Go get that 22 on Forest, winky face. So thank you very much, Fanaticism, and Krep, hope you heard that one for you. But yeah. So up next now we have a run from Kefka 14, who is going to be doing Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction 100% on N64. So, Kefka, go ahead and take it away.
All right, thanks for having me, guys. This is Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction 100%. Yes, the estimate is correct. It's a really short game. You're essentially going to watch the same game be played through 3 times, and then a final secret boss. It's wonderful stuff, and if you're wondering if there's more music in this game, there's not. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. So this is a arena style, like, kind of beat 'em up. And the fastest strategy is to do this sort of staggering kind of jump dash attack over and over. It may sound like mashing and kind of look like mashing. I promise it's not exactly mashing. There's kind of a pattern to it. I sort of botched the pattern on that fight. We'll see if this one goes a little better. Yeah. That was really good. Really good. So essentially, the pattern that I'm doing is if you press B and A at the same time, you'll do like a ground dash attack. Hold on 1 second. Cool, I hit her. You'll do like a ground dash attack, but if you press A while in the air, you'll do like an air dash attack. You can rapidly chain these together by pressing A and B, alternating with Z, kind of in a very specific rhythm. And my goal is to do that. So that last fight was with Princess. Princess kind of sucks because she can fly. She's one of the few opponents I faced that can. Sometimes this fight here goes terribly with Fuzzy. The general reason that it goes terribly is his hitbox is kind of weird. And sometimes he can like get a hit in and interrupt my sort of stacking of the dash attacks. This fight can go one of 2 ways. We got good RNG. So on one particular seed of RNG in that stage, he'll decide to turn around to the right and run up on top of that like green structure in the background. That's what we don't want him to do. We lose like 8 or so seconds if that happens. So this is the last fight in the normal game run. By normal, I mean what we typically do with this game as far as categories is we'll run a single character. So like do all the fights as Blossom, Bubbles, or Buttercup. In 100%, we have to play all 3 characters all the way through. Mojo can be a bit annoying because Mojo's the other character that can fly. The other thing that makes Mojo really annoying is he's just fast in general. So Blossom's the worst character by far to use. So I typically do Blossom first. You'll notice how much quicker and faster matches with Bubbles and Buttercup go. Part of that is that they have a higher attack power, which is really odd. You'd think Bubbles would have the lowest, but she doesn't. That being said, the other thing that makes it faster is for some reason, it's almost, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's almost like they can chain together the dash attacks better than Blossom. It could just be the attack differential, like you need to do more of the dash attacks as Blossom, but I missed. So notice that Princess was carrying that toy box. If you hit that dollhouse into her just the right way, she won't hit you with that toy box, and you can knock her down and do some preemptive damage before you go over and start attacking her. She hit me that time with the box. We managed to hit her, though, with a Blossom. It's pretty cool. So there are crucial differences between this game on emulator and console in terms of gameplay. So as such, the leaderboards are separated. This is not good. Okay, it worked out. I landed on top of that fire thing. I've never done that before, but somehow it panned out. Anyway, the optimal strats for emulator are different than the optimal strats for console, which is something to keep in mind if anybody gets curious about running this yourself. Not really sure why you would. That being said, I've been running this game, shockingly enough, since 2014. I don't really particularly like or dislike the Powerpuff Girls. I just like really short, interesting runs, and this is definitely one of those, in my opinion. So we'll start off Mojo by flying over here to dodge his throw attack. He always leads by throwing that jar. We just kind of hope for the best. That was actually kind of an okay Mojo. He flew around a little bit, but we were able to deal with it. So that's Bubbles, and now we do Buttercup. The hardest part of this run is the menuing to a certain degree. So you'll notice how much faster Buttercup's matches typically go. Yeah, that we haven't had a good first fight yet. Well, we're not going to now because that's the last one. We're drawing kind of nearish to the end of the run already. It's a very short run.
I'm in love with it already.
Oh, there we go. Very good Medusa fight. Very good. Probably like a 10-second fight or so. That's what you want to see. Medusa can go kind of badly when she goes in that direction, but that was all right. Come on. Yes, we hit Princess. That's what we want. And then typically... Oh, no. Okay, cool. That was a very fast Princess fight. Nice. Okay, then our last Fuzzy fight. Thank goodness. Fuzzy is just terrible. He always ends up stun locking me into the side of that fence. For whatever reason. Every marathon I've done. It's very unusual. Still, that wasn't terrible. Okay, now I gotta make sure not to mash A too fast here. Because it defaults us back to Blossom there for some reason. Wow. Okay, this is absolutely crazy. I got really good RNG on this guy in every single round I've done with him, which is really crazy. No, not even my PB has the best RNG with him on all three. I think I got good RNG on the first two and then bad with Buttercup. Okay, come on Mojo, be good to me. Whoa. That was good. That was good. So now we're going to go to the final boss. The run's already over. It's a fight against a secret final boss. Him. If those of you who've watched the show will likely remember. Timing ends when the last thing of damage is dealt to, well, him. Okay, we want to go over here. We want him to get away from that fire. Although it keeps damaging him, which is kind of hilarious. And, oh, not yet. Time.
Well, that was really fast and absolutely amazing.
What was the final time? I wasn't running a timer. I'm curious.
I am curious myself. It looks like 6:34, I believe, was the final time.
That's solid. The world record's 5:57, so that's pretty solid.
That's great. Yeah. That was jam-packed.
It's a very short run, no downtime.
Yeah, none at all. Yeah, that was great. Well, really appreciate you for that, Kefka. Do you have anything to plug, I guess, for this game or any of the games you run?
Yeah, actually. I run a lot of just kind of obscure games in general, mostly on the 64. That being said, you can find some pretty cool communities in all those, including this one. It's not a very active community, I will say that. I'm kind of the only active member at the moment. But that being said, it's a pretty cool leaderboard, and anybody wants to run it, it's a fun, short game to run. I know the individual character categories are literally less than 2 minutes long, each of them. So, like, if you want to dig into a really short run that's just kind of cringy but also interesting somewhat, it's a fun one. It really is. Recommend it for sure. Thanks again, by the way, for having me, everybody. It's very, very appreciated. This is the first time this category's ever been ran in a marathon, to my knowledge, so that's kind of cool. I've always been hesitant to like even submit it because you just do the same run 3 times in a row and then you fight an extra boss, but it's so short, you know, like.
It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of fun just kind of watch it because I think 3 times in a row gives you a lot more time to actually understand what's happening. to soak it in. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So yeah, we appreciate you having you back here. Last time I think you did WW. It wasn't WWE, but it was an arena wrestling game, which was a lot of fun as well. So I've been enamored by both of your runs.
Oh, thank you very much.
We appreciate. Appreciate you having you here.
Enjoy the rest of the marathon, everybody.
We sure will. All right. Well, we're about to go to intermission, and then we have our second and last run of the evening, which will be a hat in time. So thanks very much, Kefka, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.